Welcome on in. I am so privileged and honored to have this conversation. Not only this gentleman, the number one earner in our company, he is the number one earner in travel in our profession. And so I feel privileged to be able to not only call him my mentor, but my friend, to watch who he is as not only somebody who gives in our company every single day, day in, day out. When I had the conversation with Ilian back in April. I can't believe that I said no for the first 3 weeks. I absolutely loved the first time we had the chance to talk and get to know one another. I loved his vibe. I loved his vision for where things were headed, but I wasn't quite sure I was ready to enter back into the space of network marketing. And I'm so grateful, Ilian, that 3 weeks later you offered the invitation for me to come out to Spain and really see globally what you were doing and the project that you were working on, and wanting to bring it to North America. So you guys, today I get to introduce you to my friend, my mentor, the number one earner in our company and in travel in the profession. Ilian, I just want to say welcome on in, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Jen. Pleasure is mine. Very happy that we got this moment now to chat and have a conversation. I think that's probably one of the best things we can do in this profession is just have conversations so that it's real. We don't have to necessarily present and tell people what they need to hear. We just need to tell them who we are and what we do.
Absolutely. We told each other, Ilian and I both came from different calls, and I'm like, no better time just to go and have the conversation live together. So, talk to me about, we're about to launch North America in 25 days, and people have been hearing the buzz about what we're doing. But you brought this company, almost 10 years ago in Europe. It's become the number one travel company transformation in Europe. And what are you most excited about as we are entering into not just North America, but all of these different countries?
Well, it's very rare that you have a company that is based out of the US, but at the same time grows big internationally first before they get everything ready, everything together, so that they can actually build in the US. Usually, the US companies they come out of the US and then they try to go international, and it's a buzz, when a US company goes to Europe and everybody's talking about it, everybody wants to start it. But what if that could be the opposite situation where the American market, the North American market, gets something that's actually local, but it's not a startup? That doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. It's a unique opportunity. We've had a pre-launch strategy here for the last couple months. We're driving right to the launch of the company. I would even call this a relaunch because the company is originally from the US, but we're officially launching travel in MW Life in 2026 in North America. It's big. It's very big. And Jen, I've told you this before. I've never seen so many top-notch leaders with tremendous experience. I'm not talking about having done a company or two. I'm talking about people been in the industry for 30 or 40 years, looking at this, saying, you know what, this makes sense. This is total game changer. And seven-figure earners, six-figure earners, people who have earned even eight figures in this industry, look at our opportunity with fresh eyes and say, you know what, this is it. This is the deal.
They are, you guys. I mean, I've never seen so many top earners coming from different places locking arms with us all in one because they see the end game. They see that this is the product people have been waiting for. So speaking of the product, talk about our life experiences and the things that sets us apart in those, maybe one that you've personally gone on, one that you're looking forward to, if you could.
Sure. Well, here's something we've done, okay? Um, Here is what usually happens in the travel space, and that's what most companies do, is they're trying to create a company for a comp plan. Like they got a comp plan and they think that, okay, you know what, if we put something together, let's pick travel. That's easy to do. We can just white label something very fast. And we're just gonna, because we know people, we're gonna do well. There's the other scenario where people would just add travel as an add-on because they're struggling selling their products, they're struggling selling their services, and they're trying to create a retention system by giving added value, incentives, and they think that adding travel is going to be a game changer for them. Well, it's a great idea theoretically, but it doesn't quite work out that way because they're not really focused on travel. So it's actually becomes more of a distraction for their field. But a lot of companies they just become a travel club, a savings account, a savings club, and that's very common. For one, the customer all they care about is just seeing a few dollars of discounts or a couple $100 of discounts to book travel. What they don't understand is travel is a lot more complex than savings, than having some good prices. You know what? At the end of the day, if we can have good deals, so can other people. And if they can have good deals, so can other people. So the value cannot be just on savings. The difference with what we've put together is we really built a company on three aspects. The first aspect, the first pillar is going to be experiences. We want to give the chance for people to try something, see something they've never experienced, be part of something they have always wanted to be part of. And you know what? Savings plays a role into this because they're going to be able to do travels they've always dreamed of, but they've never been able to afford. But the other part we've done is community. That's the second pillar, and the community is a game changer because people come for the money, but they stay for the experience. They stay for the community. They stay for the vibe, for the energy that they see happen when they go on an experience, when they come to an event. And I'll never forget when you came to Spain. One of the first feedbacks you had was, "I have never been to a convention where it just felt so good and so easy to blend in with international people from I don't know how many countries who spoke so many languages. I couldn't even understand what they were saying, but I just felt like this, the vibe that we see here, this is where I want to be." And that to me right there is something extremely rare. Um, very few companies, even not just in travel but in service area and even in products, have a hard time creating that community and that culture. And finally, the third pillar is the growth, the personal or financial growth you get from building the business, whether it's personal development, leadership skills, uh, things that are going to help you in your everyday business, which we all gain in network marketing as an experience, a byproduct. But the financial gain here is a game changer, and I'm talking about compensation plan. And we didn't create a compensation plan that tries to fit the product. We created we didn't create a product to try to fit a compensation plan, which most people have done. They start with a comp plan and then they just put a service together and they hope that it works out. We've created the compensation plan around the product, and that's a big difference because now people can earn money in multitude of ways. People can have life-changing incomes. I mean, we've seen it in your team, Jen. We got people hitting diamond ranks in a few months. We have people hitting six-figure earners in a few months. Matter of fact, we had somebody in your team hit six figures. I think it's maybe even two people in less than 30 days. So the compensation plan is extremely solid. And one of the reasons is we put back a lot of money to the field. And we can do that because we own the platform. We don't have to pay rental fees. We don't have to pay for having access to it. We've designed it from scratch so we can afford to spend more money on the comp plan. So when you put all these three things together, at the end of the day, you don't have a savings club, a savings account, a travel platform that's going to give you better prices. No, that's just one of the things we do. We have a true game-changing platform, club, life-changing lifestyle. That's what we offer to people. We offer a different lifestyle. Sorry, long answer, but you know what? At the end of the day, people need to understand we are a company that wants to change people's lives and not just allow people to save some money.
It's so true. Oh my gosh, this guy, he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be
You're,
back.
you are so right. Yeah. When I flew to Spain, Ilian, you're right. Like the culture is electrifying because people are so grateful, like in Europe. And then to bring it here in North America, we can hope that in 25 days, we will officially be bringing travel here in North America and launching in Dallas. And I feel like what an incredible opportunity with those three pillars that you just mentioned. The other thing, AI, that if you could touch on how AI is being integrated and why it sets us apart in this space and is saving people time. It is just a component, but it's a big one of what we're doing.
Yeah. So, when we talk about, let me take you back. When we talk about experiences, one of the things is we all look at Instagram, we get caught scrolling and, looking at stories. And now that we start in travel, business, we get more and more travel stories. And it gets us excited when we see pictures of Thailand and Bali and Hawaii and all these exotic destinations. But what happens is, let's say like 2 years ago, me and my wife decided to go to Bali. We had no idea what we needed to see. We had no idea where we needed to go. We didn't even know the names, not even the name of the airport, nothing. So we had to do homework. We had to go ask friends who've been to Bali. We had to ask people who've been in the travel industry about Bali. We had to do our own research. It took us probably 5 to 7 days to understand what we wanted to do in a destination we've never been to, but we didn't want to miss out the pictures. We didn't want to miss out the special places to visit today. And what we have is I just plug in Bali, I put the dates, I put my budget, and then I'm going to select some of the things that I'm interested in doing. And in 30 seconds, I'm going to have a trip that's designed for me with the names, the itinerary, our savings on the hotel that's going to fit my budget. And I'm going to be able to book all of that from the platform. That hasn't been done anywhere. Like there are AI platforms that allow you to have itineraries. They don't give you the private pricing we do. Then there are companies that give you private pricing, but because they work with wholesalers, they don't give you the AI. So you got the best of both worlds, which you save money and you save time. I wish we had AI 2 years ago when I went to Bali. It would have saved me a week of research. Now this isn't on your fingertips. It's just one of the services for you to have more experiences, for you to discover more of the world. And you're right. It's I haven't mentioned it earlier, but it's a big component. We actually, Jen, um, purchased an AI company, and we have AI in-house team now building some of our AI tools. And 2026 is going to be huge on us for tools for travel. Things that are going to become even sexier and better and faster on the travel side, on the building side. There's a lot of things coming in 2026. Once again, we want to be innovative. We want to bring what's best in the market. We want to stay ahead of the curve. We don't want to just be following a trend. We want to create a trend.
And we are. I mean, when we went to Portugal, one of the biggest reasons why my husband would never go international is he was like, where are we going and what do we do when we get there? And so when we went to that trip with the company to Portugal, we used the AI trip planner and it gave us the recommendations, 5-star hotels, and told us where we could go. And it was so freeing to have that tool. Talk about how our brand and somebody who's building a personal brand and they want to go in these life experience, whatever, why does this really do well for like the influencer era that we're going into, and how this company just, it truly is like somebody who is the laptop lifestyle, working from anywhere, how this company is fitting in that.
Well, the one of the things with the influencers and the digital marketers, the people who want to promote on social media, they try to find a company, or they stumble on the company, or the company calls them, and that company doesn't have the tools to equip them with for them to be able to implement this on something they're already doing. Influencers, they have to be creative, they have to do the content, but you got to give them the platform where they're going to be compensated in the proper way. We have bonuses we designed specifically for people like influencers, digital marketers, online ads. However, people have a distribution channel online, we have given the opportunity to create massive streams of income, actually even more exciting than the one on building teams and customers. This one just on building just a really wide base of customers for yourself through systems, through posts, through automations. You are able to earn straight up from the top, not even just on one bonus, 25% of the revenues these customers are bringing to the company directly back to you. That's 25%. Show me a comp plan that rewards you 25% residually for every customer you have in your that you have sponsored in your organization. Doesn't happen. Influencers don't even get deals where they get 25% on a product they sold or affiliate link they used, because it's a one-shot sale. Well, guess what? On a one-shot sale, we give you 100% commission on the VIP customer. Somebody comes and buys it for $20. It's a no-brainer. $20 to see the platform, to try it, to save money, to save a couple $100. $20 for 30 days. People pay that. It's less than $1 a day. And guess how much you make? $20. It's 100% commission when they enroll, and up to 25% on the monthly fees they pay then on, because they pay their monthly fees because they want to they want to book travel, they like the platform, and you continue to make up to 25% on those customers. That is insane, and that's only 2 bonuses from 9 bonuses we have. And this is just for the influencer type, for the person who has a distribution channel, a brand, and they can just post something. People are going to follow it. People are going to try it because they trust that person. Something that I have come across in some of my trainings and studies, as I'm also getting trained and trying to learn new trends. Referral marketing and influential marketing is 10 times more productive than mass marketing and traditional marketing. 10 times more productive because we know that we have an audience who is listening to us. It's targeted marketing, so that I know exactly who I'm going to send it to, and who I'm going to speak to. My audience is going to be in my niche. And it's also a trust factor. I'll give you an example. If McDonald's does a commercial on burgers and children having fun and all this, they're not going to tell you that if you eat burgers every day, your cholesterol is going to go up. And they're going to tell you how juicy the burger is. They're going to tell you how fun the kids have, and so on. And they're going to try to make it an emotional sale. But they're not going to tell you the full story. However, if you have somebody who you trust refer you a product, they're going to tell you, you know what? On the travel side, we're cheaper 90% of the time. We may not be cheaper every time, but 90% of the time, you're not going to find cheaper somewhere else. So we're being transparent. There's a trust factor that's being built. If they see a commercial somewhere on TV about some platform, be sure it's gonna sell. Oh, we're the cheapest platform in the world, and this and that. And what do you create? False expectations.
So true. Oh my word. So I mean, to me as an influencer, I look at this in our brand and think this is the perfect marriage of anyone who's building on the internet, who's going to be traveling places, who wants to have that interest, who wants to be here in the US and Canada. You can actually use it as a tax advantage as well. A lot of people can't do that in other countries, but here we can. So it's huge for people to be able to build their brand, be able to, when they're traveling, get the best locations. When I visited you in Vegas, do you know that we only paid $160 for that Fontainebleau 5-star hotel because we had access with this platform? And that's just one part of what I love about our membership. So talk about, people are excited about this whole concept of villas. A lot of people have never been in a villa before. And they're like, I hear about it, but can you describe what's gonna, one of the things is it's coming on our platform here that people are going to, as members, they already got access to all the things you already mentioned, but that's coming. And what does it look like for those people who are like, I would love to be able to travel in this way?
Well, the one thing you forgot to mention is when you went to Fontainebleau for 160, you also got $150 credit to spend on restaurants, beverages in the hotel. So it really cost you $10. I mean, let's be honest. So I'm saying this because watch this. While we were in Vegas, I went to a mastermind, and there was so very interesting story, guys. You're gonna love this. So there were people there from another travel company, and based on agent model. Then there were people there from another, I would say, service company in crypto, forex, and all this, and they also have travel. And we were laughing, we were joking around. There's like 40 people there, top earners in the industry. And some of these top earners said, "Yeah, we just paid for 3 nights at the Fontainebleau, like $1,200." I said, "Excuse me, how much? 1,200 for how many nights?" I was thinking they want to tell me a week, right? Say, "Oh, for like 3 nights." I said, 3 nights, $1,200. Are you sure? And like, yeah. I'm like, but that's, you got a travel product, right? You're like, yeah. I'm like, well, good. We paid 400 because I was there with a few of my partners. We paid 400 for 3 nights, and we got $150 credit. I'm like, what? How is that possible? And then I go on to hearing about people who got rates at like 600-700, and they're supposed to have the best rates because it's an agent model, travel agent model. I don't know, guys. We got it for 400. So I don't know what we did, how we did it. I don't know who made the commission you're supposed to make, but we got in there for 400. So I'm saying this because sometimes it looks absurd. And I'm going to share one more story, okay?
I love that story, PS. I didn't, it's insane that we saved that much, but it's so true. Okay, go ahead.
No, Jen, look at this. We went to Cabo with a small group on a mastermind. Then we came back, And Mehdi, with whom we had dinner, Mehdi is one of our seven-figure earners, was right there with me.
Yeah.
And Mehdi had totally forgotten to book his hotel on the way home because we had to stay one night in Vegas. So I had sent Mehdi a screenshot. I said, I'm going to stay at this hotel on the way back because we're going to stay one night in Vegas. If you stay one night in Vegas, here's the hotel you need to book at. Now, I had a very good deal. I had like a 40% discount for that hotel. It was Hilton something. I don't know the second and third name. And Mehdi was like, okay, nice. Well, I'm going to book it now because I forgot to book it. And we're literally the same day, like same day booking. And we're about to go back to Vegas, right? We're waiting at the airport. Mehdi books the hotel for $63 for one night. It was like a 73% discount. I looked at him. I'm like, you little piece of, I'm not going to say it here, but because I already had a great deal and I saved like 40%, my booking was like $280 or $300. He paid 63. So I was trying to ask him, so did you get a king bed? Like, of course I did. Look, king bed, same as you. He's like, my resort fees were more than my nightly rates. So, guys, like this has just happened like 5 days ago, 4 days ago. This is not like the legendary story of what somebody did in the company. I'm telling you personal stories that happened a few days ago, that happened last. Jen told you a personal story that happened last week. So, Jen, I'm sorry, I forgot the question. I just bounced back on the Fontainebleau, but you asked me. I'm sorry, I got excited with this.
Oh, you still haven't talked about villas yet, but I
Oh,
love that.
villas, yes, villas.
But Ilian, when we got off of the pre-launch in Vegas and I could stay at the Encore for $69, like I was like, what? Like
Yeah,
the Encore, you guys, how many of you guys have been to Vegas? Like drop in the
5 star.
comments, and I don't gamble, so I'm not like in the Players Club or any of that. That was literally because of our membership that I was able to get that stay there. So you guys run, don't walk, and get back with whoever is adding you on here today or tagging you in this, because you have to hear about that. We have 25 days till we launch North America, but this is like for the families that need, you go once in a while, but you want to be traveling more and you're not having those life experiences. Ilian, this company has made my husband and I have a better marriage because we now get to go places together all the time. Like it has created more, making us, like I think this creates so much more memories and moments for families because that's our product. So I just want to say, in more ways than just that we have made huge rank advancements, it is the memories and moments that people are getting together, and the community. I've never seen a global community where Fariza and I are in wherever we were in the Ruby trip, and we're sitting there and she's from Kazakhstan. I can't understand what she's trying to say or what they're saying, but we're all just like passionate about launching together. It's been a dream come true. So okay, talk about villas. People are on the edge of their seats they want to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger talk about villas and what's coming on the platform.
Oh man, there's so much stuff coming. We got off a call today. There's so much amazing stuff coming. We're with the IT team for the Travel Advantage platform. Just amazing. Some of the projects that are being finalized that you guys are going to put your hands on here in a few months. We're going to keep it all tight and ready for the Antalya Elevation big event we have in April, because it's going to be a series, like a fashion walk of announcements on making everything easier, better, faster, more user friendly. And one of the things we're coming out though before, and I'm talking about here in the next couple of days, next weeks, close weeks, short weeks, are villas. And one of the amazing things about villas is leadership. People who've been in this industry, the one thing they like is to do masterminds. The one thing they like is to build a community with their leaders where they can sit down and kind of look deep dive into the business, what works, what we can make better, how we want to change our strategies, and so on. So we are announcing villas, and we have villas coming up on the platform, which is going to allow leaders to create their own masterminds, their own little team trips. It's going to also allow them to take their families on a villa. So I was telling my wife a couple of days ago, let's plan a holiday where we just rent a villa, infinity pool, one of the top views, like whatever, Greece, in Mykonos with the blue domes and everything. And I'm thinking, what if we rented a villa? Because we're 6 people, guys. We can't go to Mykonos. I got 4 kids. Like I need to buy book 2 or 3 rooms for that. But if you get a villa, you have the privacy, and you can also have the comfort, because we're going to let people do something special. They can add add-ons. Like, so I told my wife, well, how about having some butlers, having, cooks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You wake up in the morning, whatever, you have eggs Benedict right there served for you, pancakes, waffles, and you know that somebody just made that for you. You can actually sit down and talk to your wife or husband. You don't have to, help them in the kitchen, bring this, do that, give them the plates, put some juice for the kid. No, I'm talking about you sit down and you actually enjoy it like a 5-star vacation. And why not have a DJ come, even if it's 6 of us, and just play some music in the afternoon when the sunset is setting there on the views and it's getting like, like evening time. Why not play some good music for the kids? They're gonna start doing dances. They love all these TikTok stuff. So my girls, they all have these matching dances, and I'm thinking, we get the villa, we get the DJ, we're gonna get the butlers and the cooks, and we're gonna just have a good time. We're gonna have some good wine, some good scotch, and we're just gonna sit down, enjoy our time, and actually be at peace, watching the infinity pool, like literally go into the water, into the sea, because the views on the Mykonos villas, if you ever search on Google, almost all villas with infinity pools, you feel like you're going straight into the sea. So that's what we're looking forward to book as soon as they come out, because we love holidays, but we love different holidays. We love peace. And then, you know what? You want to get busy? Go to Atlantis. Go to Atlantis, with the biggest water park in the world in Dubai. We're doing that as well. But then, balance from the craziness and the fun to the peace and relaxation. So I just came back from a village inn. I was in Cabo. It was a big bill on 5 stories. We were 20 people there. And that was my first experience of being like in a rented villa. And this was a mastermind. And it was so good to sit down and, in a very relaxed state, being able to actually uh, identify, search, look, with a big microscope into your business, and not when you're rushing every day. You're doing calls, you're rushing to do something at the house or pick up some stuff, errands. No, I'm talking about the most peaceful moment for you to sit down with yourself, talk to yourself, like in your brain, and like figure out what I need to do to make my business better. Those villas are gonna level up people's businesses 2 or 3x if they go to them and they do masterminds. I promise you that.
I love that you literally had my eyes watering, because I was like, this is what it's about, to be able to create those moments. And the average family looks and goes, it's not possible. But what you're showing and what you're explaining, it is. We just told you how much he stayed at the Fontainebleau, the number 5, like 5-star hotel, for less than like $400 and something dollars for 3 nights. Plus it came with $150 food credit. You guys, can the average family do that if they plan, if they think about it? Like, yes. So this is not just giving, one day, someday. This is making wishes real, making dreams happen for families. And Ilian, I just love that you were able to visualize and share that. So, and Nate's like, I'm in. Where do I sign up? Let's go all in. Okay, I know that we've been, we're at the half an hour mark, but what I want you to share, these guys who, some of them are really considering launching North America with us. They're considering, I hear it sounds great. You're telling me, and they're saying, okay, what does it look like? You started this company 10 years ago. You just, congratulations on your $150,000 check and getting the top rank. But I know, you guys, if you know this gentleman, that's not what drives him. It is like freedom for his family, but he is driven by service and growth and making an impact on the world. And so what would you say to people that are on the fence, or just kind of like considering what it would look like? What does it look like to be part of being first here?
Well, one of the things that I want to put a big emphasis on is, okay, I just told you about my experiences, which are all real, by the way. I've booked over 400 times on the platform in the last 6 years since we've been tracking that. 7 years, excuse me. That's a lot of bookings. I'm already on my 11th flight this year. But okay, this will allow you not just for you to live a better life, it will allow your friends to have a better life. I think not doing this is almost selfish, because I don't have to carry products when I travel. I have to carry different swimsuits when I travel. I don't have to carry products in my bag and make sure that I don't go overweight. I have to make sure I carry my nice shirts with my nice little man, I'm losing my words. My shoes and my sandals that I've bought, like designers just for the Maldives and stuff like that, because you can't wear those on a daily basis when you're at home, right? So it's not just for you. This is for everyone. This is for everyone who can increase their lifestyle. And if you don't want to share this with people, I will call you selfish. It's simple as that. And now let's move on to the people who are here and want to talk about money, guys. You are joining a company that's not a startup. You don't have to worry or wonder what's going to happen in 60 days. Is the back office going to be there? Are the commissions going to come be paid? Or the compensation, is it going to work? Or they're going to have to change it? Does it pay on these levels? Where is the breakage? Where are people getting screwed on the comp plan? Guys, we have a comp plan. We have in North America, we've got over a dozen six-figure earners in less than 6 months. Okay, six-figure earners, a dozen in less than 6 months. Compensation plan pays. It's been paying for 13 years since the company exists. It pays every single day. So you don't have to worry what's wrong. No, personally, I'm making a lot of money. A lot of people in my team are making a lot of money. But more importantly, there's a lot of people making a couple $100. And that's where the big difference is made. What would $300 do for you? Nothing, maybe. But what would 3,600 do for you at the end of the year? Big things. So $300, don't underestimate the power of $300 a month. $300 a month is the equivalent of a real estate investment, where you would spend $100K to get $300 of income on a rently basis every month. You would literally have to put that cash towards an investment in real estate to get that back. So don't overlook $300. $300 can change a lot of lives. In North America, $300 can change a lot of lives in the world. You are in a unique opportunity to be at the very forefront and beginning of North America. That's happening once. Like the launch that's happening now, there's going to be tens of thousands of families impacted worldwide in North America because of North America. They will be impacted worldwide in the next 6 to 12 months. If you don't join now, that's fine. That's your call. But when in a few months, when time goes by, when your neighbor calls you and wants to talk to you about a travel deal and lifestyle and making your life better, and they mention MW Life, you're going to be like, man, maybe I should have called you 6 months ago when I heard about it first. So, guys, it's only one launch. This opportunity, this window happens once. You got to be part of the founders. You got to be part of this movement that's happening, because opportunities like this don't come very often. And Jen, you have tremendous experience in the industry. This is one of the things you always tell me. It never happens that a company comes ready, blasting in our market, and it's brand new.
It never comes. This opportunity doesn't, and I refuse to take it for granted, because I know when we were in Benidorm, Spain, and I looked at that stadium and there was, a good amount of people, but I text Ilian and we didn't know each other that well then. And I was like, oh, we can do bigger. We need this in North America. And I can just see 20,000 families that are like, no, it is selfish not to let people have more life, not let them have more memories and moments. It is such an incredible movement. So last question, like you've seen maybe somebody who had a little experience somewhere and in your time in doing this, and maybe this is their shot where they could be the all in, like you've seen maybe a leader who had a little bit of success, but all of a sudden became a six-figure earner that you're like, because of MWR Life. Talk about that opportunity for somebody who's watching is like, it's always good for Jen. It's always good for you, Ilian, because you'll have success. But like the person who maybe could actually do something special here, what would you say?
Well, one of our top earners in the company was someone who was making low six figures a year, like right there at the 8,000-10,000 a month. Very, very good trainer, tremendous leader, young, motivated, enthusiastic. He joined here. He is now making 8 times more, 9 times more, even 10 times more than what he used to make at his top when he had a team of 10,000 people, when he had a team and he was building the business. So you can't overlook the opportunity in terms of what the compensation can do for you, because there's a lot of gotchas and a lot of comp plans, and here it's very straightforward. There is no flushing, there is no resetting volume, there is no hidden binaries on the when you become, I don't know what level, then you got to open a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth personal enrollment line just for you to qualify. You don't have to have leaders in your organization making your rank for you to rank up. That's where companies get a lot of breakage. We have none of this. It's volume based, it's ongoing, it's left, right, left, right. And we have a multitude of bonuses that allow everyone at every level to win. So it's a story that we tell when people make money. Go get your first one, you get your first commission. Go get your first two customers, you get your second commission and a bonus. Your third commission qualifies you for you to finance for your commissions to pay for your monthly fee of $120 on top of the commissions you just had made from enrolling customers. Enroll a fourth one. Guess what? We just doubled your bonus you made at the second one. Now you make double that. And you still make commissions on enrollments. It's so simple. It's so fluent. It's level by level, enrollment by enrollment. You always unlock new levels. It's like a game. That's why people are transitioning who have some experience in making six figures in a short time.
It's so true. Okay, last question. I know that was going to be your last, but what are you most excited about? Let's close on this one. What are you
Yeah,
most excited about in the next, as we, we're here in 2026, but you just got back from Mastermind, you're doing big things. What are you most excited about?
I'm excited about the opportunity that 2026 is going to be the year where everybody in the world is going to know MW Life. Right now, we're starting to make noise. People are starting to talk about us in North America, but that's happening in other countries as we speak, in Asia, in Europe, new markets we're launching, Australia. 2026 is going to be the beginning of that momentum phase that companies, get to experience rarely, and we can be part of that. And we're positioning ourselves in the very beginning of this. This is not hype, guys. I'm not trying to oversell you on anything. If this is not for you, that's fine. We're still friends. We can have a drink. We can sit down and talk. This is for people who really want to do something special and want to be a part of a special wave. With all the innovation the company is bringing this year, with the movement that's happening worldwide, there's some individuals that are going to be making a significant amount of money. Others are going to not make anything, and others are going to make anywhere between nothing and a lot of money. So this is an opportunity for everybody, and it rewards performance like any business that rewards performance. The more you perform, the more customers you get, the more you get paid. It's simple. You don't perform, guys, it's just like another opportunity. There's a traditional business. You have a restaurant, you don't have customers, you don't get paid.
It's so true. Ilian, I am so grateful and so thankful to be here. This company has already, in just 7 months, it's already changed our family's trajectory. I know it's going to change my grandchildren's lives because we said yes, but I know that there's thousands of people that are going to watch this and watch the replay, and they're going to make a decision. Is your life today better than it will be if you, if you got to have a position and you were able to create memories and moments and locked arms with a movement? And we just want to invite you. Today is an invitation where you could draw a line in the sand and be like, because when I said yes to meet this gentleman and fly out to meet him, and then I made a decision, there's the one when you put the application, and then there's the one that says, I'm going to change my life. I want a better life. I want more memories and moments with the people that I love. And Ilian, you have brought us that, and you've never stopped helping people have their dreams come true. So I just want to say thank you as my friend, thank you as my mentor, thank you as leader of our company. You truly are not only making a difference in my life, but in thousands and thousands of lives. And I have no doubt when we show up in Dallas and you dance country with us for the first time ever, this gentleman's going to be wearing a country hat, y'all. He's going to learn some 2 steps and coming from Bulgaria. Just kidding. But I just want to thank you for making it fun, and also being a businessman this is not hype. This is like an actual company movement that you all get to be a part of, that we make history together. So thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Jen. Thanks for everyone who's been on the call and giving us your time. Jen, building has been phenomenal. You're a great person. You're a great leader. All we need to do is just pass it forward. And if we do this, we're going to help a lot of people. And I think we have the same mission, the same vision. So thank you for the invitation. It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys have an amazing day. Go out and keep sharing. Tag whoever you need to that needs to hear this information. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.